How does the body heal itself? Is this a natural possibility? And can it be trained to support self-healing? Recent observations suggest that this may indeed be the case. Also, the mechanisms of repair can be understood as the wider mechanisms of healing. Firstly, self-healing is not a new phenomenon within traditional holistic sciences. Within this process, the body appears to carry out repair continuously through an innate mechanistic capacity, and this, scientifically, cannot be disregarded and forms the physiological basis explored in this segment. Additionally, cellular renewal through autophagy can also be considered part of this, as discussed in the previous segment. It is observed that healing can be seen as the body working through interconnected repair networks, working together to promote homeostasis, recovery, and repair. This segment looks at 5 of those physiological networks. For added context, healing refers to the body's overall process of restoring function and balance after injury or disruption. Repair is one mechanism within that process, in which damaged tissue is replaced, though not always with cells identical to the original. According to Mobashiri, 2022, firstly, the nervous system is understood to support the body's restoration through its relaxation response. Second, a calmer psychological state, in turn, may help ease muscular tension and reduce pain. Third, modulation of the immune system through controlled acute inflammation appears to play a critical role in muscle regeneration. Fourth, increased microcirculation is thought to promote healing and reduce pain. And fifth, the interplay between muscular relaxation and contraction supports the delivery of oxygen and nutrients, easing the muscle itself, all of which are relevant in athletic health, growth and recovery principles, in sports requirements, and generally. The human body has an innate capacity to self-heal, and integrative, multimodal approaches may help optimize that ability. That idea is moving back into the mainstream as modern medicine faces more complex health needs. It echoes a core holistic principle: work with the body's restorative strength instead of overriding it. Self-healing also helps explain athletic growth and recovery. The body is stressed, rebuilt, and strengthened. But holistically, this is not isolated repair. When one network improves, the effects may ripple through the whole system. Research is increasingly aligning with that view, which is why pain management and recovery often draw on the same foundations. Nutrition, posture, movement, and mind-body practices all tap into and shape the healing process. Also, in terms of what to eat, a plant-based dietary pattern is understood to offer a comprehensive and sustainable approach to reducing chronic disease risk. Al-Muntashiri and others, 2025. Rather than acting as a direct cure, this pattern is proposed to work by removing dietary instigators of chemical stress, while supplying the molecular building blocks tissue repair depends on, a dual shift that may move the body's internal state from one of defense and survival toward active cellular repair. We also add that this is observed with whole food plant-based foods and not UPS substitutes. 3 mechanisms are proposed to support this shift. First, an epigenetic view. Carpenter and others, 2026, detail that a randomized trial observed that switching to a vegan diet for as little as 4 weeks altered DNA methylation patterns linked to inflammation, metabolism, and cellular aging. Though the trial was small and short, and its own authors note that it is not conclusive and is developing in understanding. Second, according to Boccardi and Polam, 2025, downregulation of pro-inflammatory signaling pathways with plant-derived antioxidants and polyphenols proposed to reduce the oxidative and inflammatory burden connected to cellular aging. Third, enhanced perfusion. Dietary nitrates found in leafy greens, beetroot and berries are understood to support nitric oxide production and blood flow, a direct link back to the microvascular network already discussed. Distinct from these 5 transient networks, autophagy, cellular renewal, is a constant rather than a triggered process. According to research on tissue aging, Rando and Jones, 2021. Regenerative capacity is understood to decline with age as stem cell populations become less responsive, though dietary pattern and moderate exercise are observed to support their ongoing rejuvenation. Autophagy itself is understood to support disease defense by clearing damaged cellular material, contribute to cellular longevity, and help balance the body's metabolic and energy state. So, here's the key takeaway. The body's capacity to heal is not passive. It's an active, potentially trainable system. The same networks and daily habits that support recovery now may also help sustain cellular health, potentially reduce the risk of health issues, and support athletic longevity over time. From a holistic view, it also depends on mindset and whether we allow that space for the scientific possibility of self-healing. These are all possibilities and not conclusions. Based on individual suitability and health status. Subscribe. Go deeper. Holistic high-performance health.